Hi you guys, and happy Thursday. So welcome to my beauty page. This is where I go live every single Thursday, and I love to share my tips, my tricks with you guys, whether it be skincare, makeup, anything in between. And so if you guys are just hopping on, make sure you leave me a comment. Let me know you're here. If you're watching live, tell me right now, hi, I'm here. If you're watching a replay, let me know. I love to know that you guys are watching, and I love to know what you think. So if you want to know or see certain things, let me know. Today, what I'm going to be going over is foundation. So I have on my lips, and I have on my eyes and my eyebrows, and I have on zero foundation. So I'm going to go through the whole process with you guys tonight. And I think it's going to be fun because I haven't done it in a long time. So it's been a long time since I've shown this updated, the way I do my makeup. So I'm excited. And I've got lots of products to cover with you tonight. And at the very end, I'm going to end it all with, obviously, our winner from last week, but also another micellar water and oil-free eye makeup remover demo, because I can't tell you how much I am loving these two items. If you've been watching me for a while, then you know the oil-free eye makeup remover is my favorite item that Mary Kay has. This is, I think, now my favorite. I don't know. These ones are really, really close now. The micellar water, I have literally never loved a cleanser or an item more because it acts as so many things. So it's been my first cleanse. If I have makeup on, I'm putting this on first, and then I'm cleansing my skin with a real cleanser. In the morning, I've been using this just all by itself. I've been using to wash my brushes. Like, it has been absolutely phenomenal. So if you got my beauty box from last month, the May beauty box, you actually have, I'll give you a little spoiler. You have a sample of the micellar water coming, and the reason I did that is I really want you guys to be able to try it out. So anyway, we can go ahead and get started now with our face makeup. So first things first, I'm putting on a little bit of primer. This is how much I'm putting on. This is the foundation primer. It's a great product as well. So even if you're not wearing foundation, like most days, I would say honestly probably 5 days out of the week, I'm not wearing makeup. The other 2 days, I'm wearing makeup. On the days that I'm not wearing makeup, I'm still putting on my foundation primer after my moisturizer. The reason that I am is because now, instead of all of the dirt and gross things in the environment hanging out in my pores, now it's hanging out on top of the foundation primer. So it's just one more layer to just give yourself a little bit of extra protection. All right, now it's time to get serious. Gotta pull my hair up. Next, what we're going to do is I'm going to be using concealer and under eye corrector. So these are two separate items, and they're used for two separate things. So I want to show, for my concealer, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on anything, like any impurity. So I've got a red spot over here. I have one on my cheek right down there. Some people like to use this as kind of like a little bit of a highlight too. So like maybe down your nose or right up here. Okay. And then I'm going to use my under eye corrector. Okay, so first let me tell you, the concealer I use Ivory, Deep Ivory. That's the shade that I use. So under eye corrector is actually the exact same for, I can't get this open. I have foundation primer on my hands. It's making them all slippery. So the under eye corrector though is actually meant for all shades. So it does not matter what skin color you are, as long as, you have dark circles under your eyes, that's what this is going to be correcting. Man, I cannot get this open for the life of me. I have foundation primer on my hands, and it's working. So it is a little bit more of an orange pigment. It kills the dark circles that are underneath your eyes. Okay, there we go. I got it that time. All right, so I'll show you. It is a little, you can see it looks a little bit more orange. And then I'm going to put it right underneath my eye. And I'm going to let it sit here. This is really important too. You want to let it soak into your eyes a little bit, because that's when it's going to work the very best. Okay, so I'm going to let that all sit there for just a second. I know I look like I don't even know, I have tribal paintings on. But here in just a second, we're going to blend it all out. But it works better if you let it sit for a few minutes. It kind of starts to bake into your skin, and it works a lot better in the end. So what I'm going to use to blend it out is going to be my blending sponge. I already got it wet, so it's nice and damp right now. If you just get it nice and damp, then it I still dry it off a little bit. So I get it damp underneath my thing. I squeeze it out, and then I just take a towel, a wet or a dry towel, and I just pat it off so that it's not like dripping wet or anything. It's just a little bit damp. This little guy, he's $12, and you can wash it really, really easily. So I'm very impressed with these. I've tried blending sponges before, but the Mary Kay one, it really does stay a lot longer. I've had this one for probably, I would say, about a year now, and I'm able to just rewash it, and get all that gunk out. So that's really nice because a lot of them, especially the cheap ones, they tear. So you're not able to clean them again. So anyway, hi you guys. I see some of you hopping on here. Hi Nicole. Hi Jennifer. Hi Ashley. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just pat this out. So I'm using the tip part just because right now I'm working with the concealer and the under eye corrector. So first I'm going for the concealer. And then next I'll go for the under eye corrector. So you can see, I think it actually got a little bit more orange on my face since it's been sitting there. So I'm just going to go ahead and pat right underneath my eye. It definitely kills any dark circles that you have underneath your eye though. You guys could probably see the dark circles I had. And now look, they're gone. It's crazy. So I love the under eye corrector. And like I said, that is the same shade for every single person. Okay, now we're all done with the under eye corrector and the concealer. Next, I'm gonna go into foundation. So we have a couple of different foundation options, liquid foundation options. There's either the 3D that comes in matte or luminous, and then there's also the CC cream. So today I'm gonna demo the Timewise because I like this one the best. It's not that I don't like the CC cream. I do really like the CC cream. Let me tell you what this one does. So this one is kind of like a tinted moisturizer. So it's going to be super, super light. It's not going to look like you have much on, which is awesome. But if you're looking for more of like a full face of makeup or a matte face of makeup, then the 3D is going to be a little bit more up your alley. If you're looking for super natural, then the CC cream is great. For reference, I wear very light in CC cream. It comes in 5 shades, very light, light to medium, deep, or medium to deep, deep, and very deep. So it only comes in 5 shades. It also has SPF 15 in it, which is super nice for summertime. Like it's my favorite thing to wear to the beach. That's like my favorite place to wear it. But today I'm going to demo the Timewise foundation. So this one I'm demoing today is luminous. So it's going to have a little bit more of a glow. Typically I go with matte. I love matte things, but I'm going to show you how to mattify this as well. Regardless if I use the matte or the luminous, I still use a powder over the top because I like things to look really matte. But anyway, I'm going to use the same sponge that I just used. The really cool thing about this foundation too is it anti-ages the entire time that you are wearing it. So, I mean, you can't get much better than that. I love anti-aging everything. So when I found out the foundation anti-ages too, I was like, oh yeah, sign me up. That's the best of both worlds, right? So I just put a little bit on here. And now I'm just going to go ahead and pat it all over my face to kind of evenly disperse it. And then you're just going to pat until it's all blended in. The shade that I'm using today is Ivory N160. And when it gets to summertime, a lot of times like I'll change a shade. In the spring, summer, fall, I would say. Or no, I'm sorry. The spring, winter, and fall, I'm in Ivory N160. And then once it gets to summertime, if I'm really tan, I do bump up to a beige. I believe it's beige N120 is my shade. So just to give you guys like a little bit of reference on kind of where I'm at. If you guys are like, oh my gosh, I want to be foundation matched, I don't know what color I would be, you can send me a picture of your skin without any makeup on. And if you have some good lighting, that would be perfect. And I can foundation match you. So there it is. It's all on now. So my skin's nice and even now. I really like this foundation. It does a great job of covering everything. The cool thing about it too is that you can put on as many layers as you want. So if I didn't feel like this was enough coverage, I could do it again. I could do it as many times as I wanted to without it looking as cakey as other foundations, which I do really appreciate because I don't like to look like I have a lot of makeup on, but I want my foundation to be nice and clean. Okay, next, I'm going to do some powder. So what I just showed you though, first before I do powder, I just showed you applying all of that with the blending sponge. There are a couple other options. Let me show you these two. These two I really like as well. This is the blending brush right here, and it's got tight bristles. So if you can see, it's got like teeny tiny little tight bristles. So that's a really great one too. What they say is the sponge goes on the sheerest. So this is going to give you the most natural sheer coverage with your foundation. In the middle is the liquid brush. So this one, it has a nice big fluffy brush or bristles. And this one's going to be the medium coverage. And then this one's going to be a little bit more to the full coverage, the one with the nice and thick bristles. So anyway, it's blending brush, blending sponge for the thin, nice sheer look, or the medium is the liquid foundation brush. So those are the different options. Now we can go into powders. So we do have a couple different powder options as well. My favorite is either the mineral powder, which is here. It has like the little twist in there. You can tap some off into the top, or you can use the pressed powder right here. In both, I'm in ivory too. So let me explain the difference a little bit. For the mineral powder, that's again going to be a little bit more of the loose and the like natural look, where the pressed powder is going to offer more coverage. So hopefully that helps, because I know sometimes we can look at all this stuff and we're like, what the heck is the difference? I don't know. The biggest difference is kind of what you're looking for your skin. If you're looking for really full coverage, then I recommend the Timewise either matte or luminous foundation with the pressed powder over top. Same thing with the brushes. It all depends on what you're kind of looking for. What if you want it to be sheer, if you want it to be really thick, not thick, that's the wrong word, but really more full coverage, or if you want it to be kind of somewhere in the middle. So right now I'm using the pressed powder, again in shade Ivory 2. I don't know why we always have to make silly faces when we put on makeup. For some reason, I always do though. Okay, so now I've got that powder on. My face is nice and mattified again. Okay, so next, like I said, that one was the pressed powder that I just used. Let me show you one more time, even though I just made my palette all messy. The pressed powder right here. I just used Ivory 2. All right, next up, we're going to do some cheeks. So now we can work into our cheeks. Oh, let me show you this too. I have all my brushes in the little brush holder that comes with the blending brush right now. Isn't this so cute? Like, I just love it. I think it's the cutest little thing, and I think it's so convenient. They all sit up so nicely, and then I don't lose them. So that always helps. But anyway, if you guys want this, it comes with the blending brush right now. There's a couple, there's like a bundle for it. $22, you get this thing, and you get an eyeshadow brush. So anyway, I think that thing is just adorable, so I had to show you guys. All right, next up, I'm going to be using the cheek brush. So this is multi-functional cheek brush. So you're going to be able to put on contour, highlight, blush, all the things with this one. So what I'm going to put on first is the contour, which is right here. And I'm using Latte. We have contour in 2 different shades, Latte or Cocoa. I'm using Latte. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply it right on that cheekbone. So you can see right where your cheekbone is. Find your cheekbone. If you can't find it, you can do the little fish face and find it. And then I'm applying the bronzer on my cheek brush right here on this like flat surface right there. Let me show you. Right there. See it? Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Okay. So now we've got the contour on there. The other places I'm going to want to contour are going to be, let me pick up a little bit more. I want to put it right here on the tip of my forehead. Like right up here at this top part. The reasoning for that is that this is going to make your forehead look smaller. This is going to draw more attention to your eyes rather than your forehead. So we're going to blend that in up into our hairline. This is also going to make you look tanner, which I think we all need a little bit of help with sometimes, right? So now that that's all put out there, the other place you can put it is right underneath your jawline, right here, right on your jawline, to create a little bit more of a perception of a jawline or a chin line. You know, sometimes we get like double chins, and so to prevent that from happening and really create more of a flat jawline, you can always add a little bit of makeup there. The coolest thing about makeup is that it can be super natural and just enhance the things that you have. It can also be an illusion, and you can create something to look a different way than maybe it does on a daily basis. Makeup is so fun. It's something I really had no passion for makeup though before Mary Kay, like zero passion. I wore foundation to cover my acne. And then that was about it. Like, that's all I was interested in. I wore some mascara. But that was really about it. Now that I've been doing Mary Kay for the last 3 years, I obviously learned how to do my own makeup, and I found it so much fun. It's so therapeutic, too, to sit down and pick out your eyeshadows for the day and, like, get a chance to sit down and do your makeup. I don't know if you guys feel the same way that I do, but I feel like I've learned to really love doing my makeup a whole lot more than I used to. Okay, so now what I did is I just went over the top of all of that, and I just blended it all out with the all over powder brush. We're going to come back to that. We're going to use it again here in just a minute. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some blush. So let me show you. These are some blushes over here. These are just some of my favorite ones. Let me see. Which one do I want to show you guys today? Maybe I'll go with Golden Copper. So this one right up here, this like brownish one. This one is called Golden Copper. It looks a little bit brownish, but I'll show you. And for the blush, where I'm putting this on my brush, let me show you, is right in the middle. So it's just right in the middle. And then I'm just patting it on here. Patting, patting, patting. And it's okay if when this stuff goes on, it looks really dark. That is a-okay. The reasoning is because we're gonna blend it out. We're gonna go back to the all over shadow or all over powder brush, I told you. So I'm gonna take this and I'm just going to go ahead and blend it all out. That's the most important thing, is making sure your makeup is all blended. We never want any lines. We don't want any lines down in your neck. We don't want lines on your ears. We don't want lines in your eyeshadow. We don't want lines on your lips. Like, we want to make sure everything is really blended out. So if I can suggest anything to you whenever you're starting, if you are starting with contour or blush or highlight or whatever it is that you're looking at, shadows, just make sure you get the brushes that blend out the best. So I like this one for your face. It's the all over eyeshadow brush. If you're looking for the best these are all these B words are tongue twisting me here. If you're looking for the best brush for your eyeshadows, it's the blending brush. That one's gonna be the best one. Okay, I really like Golden Copper. It might be my favorite blush for summertime. I do love Golden Copper. The other one I really like for summertime is this one right here. It's called Juicy Peach, and that one's super pretty too, especially in the summertime when you don't have a lot of makeup on and your blush is so like bright and vibrant. I love that one too. So, all right, next what I'm gonna do is I want to show you some highlight. So I'm gonna show you two different kinds actually. So first I'll show you with the brush. So I'm gonna pick it up with these top pieces up here, and I'm using, it's called Glazed, right on over here. This sparkly highlight. So I just picked it up right on the tip there, and I'm gonna go ahead and just spread it right on my cheekbone. And then that's it. So you can see there's just like a little bit of a glow right here. You kind of want to create like a little bit of a C. That's usually what I do, is just kind of just run it up and down like that. So again, it's nice and blended. Now on the other side, I want to show you something else. Let me get these out of my way. And I want to show you the liquid eyeshadow called Light Beam. So this is super pretty as a highlight. Just gonna go ahead and add a little bit right there, like I said, in that C form. And then I'm just gonna take my finger and I'm just going to spread it out. That's it. Now, if you wanna make sure it's extra blended, you can go back with that all over brush like we were, oops, I just threw mine. Like we were just using, and especially if you want to have it just be in this area, you know, where we just applied the highlight, what I like to do is kind of squeeze the brush like this, and then you can go ahead and control a little bit more of where the colors are going. Boom. Okay, so which one do you guys like better? Do you guys like the powdered highlight, or do you like the liquid eyeshadow as the highlight? I don't know, which one do you guys like better? And also, I really would love to know, what do you guys use? Do you use the powder or do you use the liquid eyeshadow? My favorite way, I think, is the liquid eyeshadow, just because I love the pretty, like, glimmer that it gives. But I do really like this too, especially for maybe a more natural look. So just a couple of different ways to do things. I always want to show you guys all the ways to do things, especially when you have some products and you're like, okay, so I already have the liquid eyeshadow, but I don't have the powdered glaze, so what, you know, maybe you can use the eyeshadow instead. So I always want to hook you guys up with what you have first. With that said, all of our blushes and all of our contours, all of these can be used on your eyes as well. So if you guys have blushes, if you have eyeshadows, you can, or I mean, goodness gracious, blushes, contour, highlights, you can absolutely put those on your eyes as well. I just did it the other day. I did it with that golden copper that I just showed you on my cheeks. It was so beautiful as an eyeshadow too. So if you want to be extra creative, you can always do that as well. Okay, so next, let's see. I wanted to make sure I showed you this finishing spray, because the finishing spray is so important. Just last weekend, if you guys saw, I was doing my sister-in-law's makeup for her prom, and I think I sprayed her with this like 10 times, because if you guys are getting ready for like a regular day, just use it at the end like I'm gonna do right now. But if you're getting ready for a big event, it's like a wedding or prom or something is going on in your life that you want to make sure your makeup stays on all day long, you can use this throughout everything. So what I would recommend is like putting on your primer and then your foundation, spraying it, putting on your eyes, and then spraying yourself again. Let me show you right now. For just an everyday look, I just recommend one spray. I do like 2 X's, and then it kind of dries real quick. Hi, Robin. Hi, Laura. So typically my live starts at 7 p.m., but I did go live a little bit early today. It's beautiful out here in Michigan. I don't know where you guys are all at, but in Michigan is absolutely beautiful outside. Holy cow. It's like 80 degrees. We're finally having our first like spring summer day. I'm super excited about it. Okay, so now my makeup's all done. What do you guys think about my eyeshadow too? Let me tell you what's on my face before I got on here to show you my foundation and everything. So on my eyes, I have a couple of different items. I have, let me think real quick. I have on Evening Navy. That's the dark color that you're seeing. And then Cashmere Haze I use to blend that as well. So Cashmere Haze and Evening Navy are those darker things that you're seeing on the outside. I also took Evening Navy and put it right underneath my eye with my eye smudger brush too. And that's really what's making my eyes look bigger right now, is because it's outlining the bottom part of my eyes. And then up above, we have Granite and Crystalline. So I put Granite right here in like kind of the lid spot, and then Crystalline is all over on that inner corner. So anyway, I thought it was kind of fun. I've been really trying out the blues lately, mainly because you guys like the blues so much. So many of you love the blue. So I'm like, okay, I gotta try to figure this out. How can I make this work? So I've been really loving the blues lately though, just a touch of it, not too much, just a touch. And then on my lips, I have Love Me Pink lipstick with on the top Tawny Nude Lip Gloss. So in case you guys were wondering what I had on earlier, now I'm going to, as I promised, I'm going to show you the removal of my face makeup and my eye makeup. Okay. So first I'm going to take off my eye makeup with my very favorite product in Mary Kay. It has been for so long. It looks like it has 2 layers. If you guys don't own this, you need to try it because you can't go wrong with it. I have customers who literally have like gone away for some reason, tried a different brand, and they always come back for at least the oil-free eye makeup remover because there's not a better one on the market. There's really not. So I just spray a little bit on here. Okay, and what I'm using right now, these are reusable cotton rounds. So they are from Amazon. They're just right off Amazon, and I love them. I love that you can wash them. So they come with a bag. You just throw them right back in the bag. You can wash them. If you guys got the Mary Kay ones when they were available, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you didn't get the Mary Kay ones, then these are still awesome. So what I do is I'm just going to put this on top of my eye, and I'm going to hold it here for just a minute. So I'm going to let it kind of soak on there, soak down the mascara. So right now, since Mary Kay was offering there for a little bit, the bundles that came with the little cotton rounds, I decided that I'm going to continue to offer the bundles, but I'm going to offer them with the Amazon cotton rounds, so the reusable Amazon cotton rounds. So if you guys purchase from today on, if you guys purchase the micellar water and oil-free eye makeup remover combination, you're gonna get 5 of these little guys from me too. So then it's gonna make it nice and simple for you to try these out as well. I love the reusable ones. Obviously, it's gonna help the environment, but also they feel so much better on your eyes. I don't know if you guys ever go to take off your eye makeup and you're like it's like scratching your eyes. This is thankfully not like that. So I'm also going to remove my eyebrows with the oil-free eye makeup remover. You can see how easy that comes off. Boom, one eye is done. Now I'm going to do the next eye. So I'm just going to put a little bit on here again. Hold it on my eye, let it soak for just a second. Have you guys tried the oil-free eye makeup remover? Those of you who are on right now, have you tried it? Do you love it? And then the same question about the micellar water. I know this one just came out, but I know quite a few of you have it. So have you tried it and do you love it? That's what I want to know. Okay. The oil-free eye makeup remover and the charcoal mask have actually been rated like #1 and #2 or something crazy like that in the Allure magazine for their beauty picks for every year. It is like the #1 oil or the #1 makeup remover and the #1 charcoal mask. So they're like top notch. They're both Good Housekeeping approved. They're like literally our best products. Love the makeup remover, works great. Yes, I have not tried it next. Oh, Robin, you have got to try it. I'm telling you, you've got to try it. Okay, so now that my eye makeup's all off, we can remove the rest with the micellar water. So if you have not tried this stuff yet, it is basically what micellar water is it's purified water that cleanses your face without having to be washed off. So I'm going to do the same thing. I just put a spot right on here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and start rubbing it all over my face. Now this acts as a cleanser. It breaks down the makeup and it attracts impurities. So at first when I heard about this stuff, I was like, there's no chance in heck that water is going to get the makeup off my face. Like, I did not believe in this. Even though micellar water has been a beauty fad for years now. I still did not really fully believe it until I tried it, and now I cannot. It's crazy. What I've been doing with it is I've been using it as so for tonight, I have makeup on, I'm gonna use it as my first cleanse. So I'm only just gonna cleanse my face like I just did, and then that's it with the micellar water. And then after this, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into the bathroom and use my 4-in-1 sorry, 4-in-1 cleanser to second cleanse my face. Second cleansing is really important whenever you're wearing makeup, just because a lot of times the first cleanse is going to break down the makeup, get it all off your face, but the second cleanse is actually going to go into your pores and clean them all out. So they're both very, very important. But if you don't have makeup on, then we might not need both cleanses. So in the morning, I have been so lazy in the morning because of the micellar water, and I'm so thankful that it's keeping my skin so clear. I have been loving it as my cleanser in the morning. So I just wake up, I take a cotton round, I put a little bit of micellar water on there, I rub it all over my face, and then I put on, oh man, I wish I had it in here, I don't. I put on my anti-aging Timewise moisturizer afterwards, or if I'm going to be out in the sun, then I put on my day cream with SPF 30. So anyway, it has made my mornings significantly quicker. It has made my mornings much easier too. So I know that this is the best lazy girl cleanser ever. So anyway, it came off pretty quick and easy too, right? Okay, so let me see. Our winner from last week. Let me tell you who our winner was. So expect, as of always, if you guys comment, it gets you entered one time into my drawing. If you share the video, it doubles your entries into my drawings every single week. Our winner from last week is Nicole Lensing. Bayish. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, but it is Nicole. So congratulations, Nicole. I hope you love your prize. Keep an eye on your mailbox. It's going to be coming to your mailbox here soon. And thank you guys all so much for watching with me. I love that you guys love to hop on here with me every Thursday night and hear some beauty tips and tricks. Next Thursday, I will be back around 7 p.m. and I will be giving you guys another tutorial. If you guys have any questions, if you want to see something specific demoed, message me and I might be able to make that happen. I can at least add it into our rotation. So make sure you guys share this. Make sure you comment. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you all so much hopping on here with me every Thursday night, and I will see you next Thursday. Bye, you guys.